Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss about the Kashmir conflict between India and Pakistan, which is lingering since long. And we are going to look into the matter, how this problem is handled since 1947, and is it still resolved or not resolved? What reasons are there? It is still lingering, and what is the attitude of Pakistan and India, and what kind of problems had been there between both of these countries over the years. So as we move ahead, I request you to subscribe and click the bell icon that you may be able to see the next coming historical events. Now, if we move ahead, if we are going to see, Kashmir is a beautiful valley, and it's a very strategic valley in the mountainous, high up army-wise. It is very important location for surveillance and for looking into different parts and border lines between both of these countries. And this was the place which is located in the northeast of Pakistan, and it's a beautiful place. Scenic beauty is there, but as war is constantly going on, so there is, no matter whatever beautiful it is, tourists cannot go over there, and even peace is not available in this area. So even those people who are the residents and living over there, their lives are in hell, in fact. Its borders are, we are going to look into the map in the next coming slide. Its borders are connected to China, Afghanistan, Tibet, Russia. Let's see how it is connected to the next areas. So this is the part which is occupied Kashmir, and this is the part which is Azad Jammu and Kashmir. These are basically, this is the Jammu, city of Jammu, and the Kashmir. These are two areas which are together in a form of a valley, and this valley, this orange part, is occupied by India. This is the boundary line which is there along with China, and this is the boundary line which is there with Pakistan's area of Gilgit and Fana. Some part in 1948, there was a war between India and Pakistan, and in that war was not between the armies. That war was between the public of Kashmir and the Indian army. So in result of that, and the administrative body of Kashmir, which was there in Srinagar. So in result of that war in 1948, this part was liberated, which is the part of Pakistan, while this part is there still in India. At that time, United Nations intervened and declared a control line. This is the control line between both of these countries, Pakistan and India, and it is the most tense area of the control line also, though there is a longer border between India and Pakistan, but this is the part which is the most sensitive one, and mostly surveillance is there in these parts. If we look into the matter related to Kashmir, we will like to know what is in fact this issue, and why is this issue is constantly there. And it is the cause of deteriorating relations constantly between India and Pakistan. The problem arose when Radcliffe was given the responsibility to divide borders in 1947 between India and Pakistan at the time of independence of Pakistan. But Radcliffe did not give this area to Pakistan, did not decide anything about Kashmir at that time, in fact, and it left it undecided. So in result, the public wanted to be, there were two bodies basically. Public wanted to be with Pakistan because 87% Muslims were there, and the decision was to be made in on the basis of public plebiscite. While on the other side, Raja of the state was Hari Singh. He was a Hindu Raja, and he wanted to be with India. So in this manner, this Raja at that time decided that he was going to opt to go with India. So it was against the wishes of those people who were living over there. Those were 87% Muslims. So in result of Raja's wrong decision, this confrontation started, and both countries' armies kept fighting. There were army clashes, there were public clashes between Indian army and Kashmiri public and Pakistani forces in 1948, 1965, 1971, 1999. So this issue is a constantly lingering issue since many years, and it is a cause of tension between both of these countries. India at that time, even in 1948, India took this issue to United Nations when they saw that Kashmiris were liberating some part, and that was going out of their hands. So they took it in United Nations and gave a clear promise that dispute between both of these, means army and Indian government and the public of Kashmir, would be decided on the basis of public opinion and plebiscite. And United Nations resolutions, which we are going to see in the next coming slides also, United Nations resolutions also decided in favor of the public, and it was decided that public was going to decide in which country they wanted to be. These resolutions were time to time, these are the years when these resolutions were refreshed in 1948, 1948, 1949, 50, 51, 57, and so on, 65, and even after that, these resolutions are refreshed, and it is said that India must decide about this Valley of Kashmir on the basis of public opinion. But on the other side, India has adopted another way. They are killing Muslims who are living in this state, and in place of those Muslim families, they are bringing and providing those lands and houses to Hindus to increase the number or ratio of Hindu population in this valley. So that is the cause of contention between the public and the Indian government, and because of that, there are a lot of clashes over there. And in result, we can see here also Indian aggression was there, and it was basically decided in the inside the offices, and public was not with this. Nehru even sent a telegram on 25th November 31st October 1947 to Liaquat Ali Khan, and he decided that our assurance, we shall withdraw our troops from Kashmir as soon as peace and order is restored, and leave the decision regarding the future of state to the people of state, is not merely a promise to your government, but also to the people of Kashmir and to the world, because world is also constantly forcing them. There was a war in 1965 because of the Kashmir issue. There was an operation related to Kashmir, which is known as Operation Grand Slam. So in result of that, there was a border clash between India and Pakistan. For 17 days, there was a deadly war. In result, Pakistan won, and many areas of India were captured, which were later on returned to that in result of Tashkent Agreement. This Kashmir issue was basically masked for some time when Pakistan was busy because of the problems in Afghanistan, and Kashmir issue was discussed in United Nations, but constantly these problems were not resolved. These problems remained there. Now, this is basically more than an issue between India and Pakistan. This is an issue between the public and the Indian Army. Indian Army by force is pressurizing the public to remain quiet, but public, we can see mostly women are there who are out, because India is constantly genociding the Kashmiri young men. And all those who are going to say any word from Kashmir, occupied Kashmir, in favor of Pakistan, those people are quickly killed, especially young generation from schools, colleges. Young men are picked up and they are tortured and killed. So because of, in result of that genocide, mostly young men are losing their lives, and the population, there's a difference in the disturbance in the population ratio. More women and old people are there, children are there, and it is by plan by Indian government to pressurize these people. But they are not quiet. Everyone is demanding that they want to be with Pakistan, because those people who are living in Azad Jammu and Kashmir, they are living peacefully, they are developing their lives. Population ratio is also increased over there. This is the only place in the world where population ratio of Muslims is decreased say from 87 to 67%. So in this manner, that is showing that constantly torturous activities and killing from Indian government has created a hate in the public against the Indian government. Indian troops and army is without any reason. They are killing people, they are just stopping everyone, they are just arresting people for the for their freedom movement. So in this manner, Kashmiris are constantly at the verge of hate against Indian government. Indian government, even the current Indian government is also harassing Kashmiris, and they are forcing Kashmiris to remain quiet and remain locked down inside their houses. And that lockdown remained for almost 3 months and even more than that. So whenever Indian troops want, they are going to stop their businesses. They are going to say them to stay inside their homes. So Kashmiris are totally in trouble, and they want someone to understand this problem and help them in this matter. Now, even young generation has this hate against Kashmir, and they want Indian army to leave Kashmir. So if we see, they are constantly, this is basically, governments cannot do anything. United Nations cannot do anything until and unless Indian government realize this thing, that if the public is willing to be liberated and they do not want Indian army in their area, for how long Indian government is going to capture the state with pressure, with killing, with torturing. So there would be a time when definitely these atrocities are going to end. With all these things, it is very, very important that Indian government must realize that even if they are not liberating Kashmir fully, but at least this kind of torturous activities and atrocities must be ended. When people of Kashmir see that Indian government is so cruel to them, they don't want to stay there with them. So it is also a way for Indian government to think about that if they start behaving better with the Kashmiri people, so even if they are not liberating them, they are going to give them chance to live, so their situation may be better. But Indian governments think that by pressurizing, by killing, by torturing, they can control the people. And with the passage of time, they think that this kind of issue may be resolved, which is not possible. So this is the end of the discussion. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so very much. Take care. Take good care of yourself, and keep in mind that no country can be kept with the pressure and oppression. There is always a time when people are going to fight for their freedom, because freedom is the right to live, which everyone wishes. So hope so you enjoyed this discussion. Take care, take good care of yourself. Thank you so very much. Subscribe the channel that you may be able to see the next coming videos related to history and related to geography, the political matters, and other facts related to Pakistan. Thank you so very much. Assalamu alaikum.